Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Kaiserreich. We're racing to Sofia. We'll probably not do it successfully. But the war is not going all too badly, all things considered. We're pushing. Try pushing some more. Capturing this town in Macedonia is good. I don't think we stand much of a chance against the Germans. We can just wait. For the yeah, we can just do that. Hey, what's up? Maybe we'll take this tile. That would be nice. Alright, we took a tile. Alright. Guess a civilian factory. The fact that we can't do this is annoying. We should do the Nishik Mining Industrial Complex. The Nishik region in Montenegro is rich in bauxite and other minerals. Has the potential for hydroelectric power and strategically distant from our likely enemies in Bulgaria. Order the state-controlled SAR to heighten investment in the region, so tap into potential. Sure. We are, exporting that is going to give me the good stuff. We captured that tile. Yay! We captured a tile. Alright, so here's how this is going to work. You are going to go here. You are going to go here. You are going to go here. You're going to go there. Alright, so you are going to go here. You are going to go here. And we captured Sofia. Thank goodness. I guess technically we haven't, because we don't control the surrounding countryside. We don't need to do that. We can just, yeah. We can just do that. Buttons! I don't need mountaineers. Grand Doctrine! I don't need that either. Capturing this tile will... Did that count as... It did count as capturing Serbia. We don't need to advance any further in that case. That's fine. You guys can stop. You guys can probably also stop. I don't really need to capture that tile, so, we'll just go to standby mode. We don't have enough infantry equipment. That's annoying, but whatever. Or manpower. We don't need it right now. We need it in, like, an emergency situation, but that's not really where we're at. So, we can chill. Yeah, we're in kind of a weird position. I feel like we can probably... If we can rejoin with the Greeks, then things would be nice. We could have a solid front line and just push east. Liberate our territory. Perfect. Would love to do that. Should be easy. Honestly. I don't want to capture this frickin' tile. Shorten my front line. That'd make my life a lot easier. I think we're gonna do this. Doesn't really give me the space I need to, like, do a surround. Maybe I can take this tile. I can just avoid that one. Yeah, hold up. You need to go here. You need to go here. You need to go here. Love a good surround. Oh. Well, we should be able to take that anyway. Alright, war started. War was beginning. At least that's what they say. There we go. Chilean-Argentinian War. It is a troubling development. Okay, what are we doing next? Crud, I have to make decisions. I hate when I do that. Ugh. I feel like we'll need anti-tank. I feel like I feel like we will at some point need anti-tank. Just a minor. Like we're just a little guy. Okay, wonderful. Oh. We did it. We surrounded the enemy and are destroying them. Great. I love when we do that. I love to surround the enemy and destroy them completely. Turkestan declared war on Bukhara. Look at that. Alright. Next stop! Macedonia. Any buttons I can press? We can do rifle manufacturers again. That is absolutely worth it. Bonk. Yep, that'll do for now. Oh yeah. Can we get ideological loyalty? We cannot. Can we get accomplished heritage? That doesn't do anything. Let's just get bold attack. That'll do for now. Grab that tile. We're in good shape. And we can completely surround everyone. I love surrounding people. It's my favorite thing to do. Wonderful. Okay. So, you. That'll do. Everyone else. Not the button I meant to press, but it doesn't matter. Specifically, the groups I want to attack are these groups. And then you guys attack there. Portugal joined the Entente. I don't really care, but okay. $7 days, huh? Okay. I should probably make more guns. That seems good. Seems like that would be strong. Hey, we got steel. What a steal. I guess Montenegrin opium farms. Historically, Montenegro and Macedonia supplied the region as well as the rest of Europe with high-quality opium. China may have taken the lead in opium production instead, but narcotics remains a lucrative field of production we need to keep investing into. And once we take Stjop, we will be in pretty good position. Once is maybe a word that's doing some work. I can push to take that tile. I can push to take this tile. I'm fine with making the push work. 16 days is too long. 14 days. I mean, we might actually win this one. It looks like we will. Securing Sofia is good for us. We're going to keep building military factories. It's good to secure Sofia. I'm going to maybe deploy these guys. Hopefully we can take this. Doing this will kind of secure our whole situation. See, come on. Come on. Wonderful. Fall of Burgos. Can Carlos hope to come back from this? I don't know. Probably not. Let me see the map. Yeah, they can. Okay, man. Oh, the Carlos are doomed. Oh, no. We should probably cancel the attack. And then move the guys. Oh, the Pitch Pact. Bulgaria asked for peace! Alright. The Belgrade Pact. Let's see. Large part of their homeland occupied, full force, full retreat. Bulgaria's asked us for peace. They will hand over all disputed territories, so we have to retreat our forces behind these new borders. Independent Bulgarian state will continue to exist for now. No! They shall be utterly crushed. War exhaustion. Damn. Our country's ended the Fourth Balkan War. The promise the war will be short and result in swift territorial gains but not stalled. The population for peace. Rumors spread the Bulgarians offered a very generous peace treaty, which would fulfill all of our territorial claims, but then refused. So even our men will be sent to die in a war for nothing more. Our officers struggle to motivate their soldiers to continue fighting, and the home front is turning unruly. Damn. Reinforce rate is rough. Yeah. How long until this triggers? 13 days? Well, you know. I guess that just means we'll have to fight even harder. Yeah, I'll take an insane amount of guns. Listen, I'm not sure this is wise, but, like, you know. I kind of don't want to have to deal with Bulgaria anymore. I think I'm kind of done with these guys. think it's actually better for me to send bunches of guys over to the east, hoping that this will produce... Something happened. Bukhara up. War in Central Asia has begun. How close are we to winning? Not too far away, honestly. But we are about to get hit with the mother of all battle debuffs. That reinforce rate debuff is really bad. I've run with that before. It makes fighting basically impossible. Yeah. This pocket can stay a pocket for basically forever. It doesn't really matter. Dispersing that industry. War exhaustion! It's a pretty bad debuff. I'll be honest. But, you know. I want more manpower. I think I'm gonna wait. Get more guns. More or better guns. Can I pick a tech that makes sense? Excavation. Can I just, like, do that? Cancel material support. Ouch. How was this happen? These guys also have war exhaustion? Yeah, they do. Alright. I don't know. Somehow, things are still ending in our favor. Montenegrin opium farms. Very generous. We can pardon communist revolutionaries. The communists were one of the few who waged a active armed resistance against King Alexander II's regime, especially in Montenegro, where Vukasin Markovic's guerrillas terrorized the mountains before retreating to Albania, as vicious as they may be, with the advice of Socialist Coalition partners to finally extend pardons to them. Okay. And that means I can switch forms of payment and tap the Chetniks for manpower. And then switch forms of payment, pay political power. And Bukhara has capitulated. We can still win, evidently. Apparently not. Well, you know. The war's not necessarily going that poorly. Was our plan to not sign a reasonable peace a good idea? Russia-German trade war disrupts our economy. With Russia enacting tariffs against each other and trying to strangle each other out of the market, our economy suffered as a result. Even though we prefer to remain neutral, this large-scale economic disruption is impossible, as numerous companies are tied to German and Russian markets. Can't they just get along? Signs point to no. Anyways. There we go. Another pop has been achieved. The military situation is less than ideal. But we are, we're still killing people. And in the end, isn't that really what matters? Nesh and Haas have capitulated. Alright. We're finally boxing in the remainder here. The situation in Romania is not an ideal one. More excavation! Yeah, overwhelming numbers in this little pocket is in our best interest. Okay, Assyria declares war on the Ottoman Empire. Alrighty then. Let's see, is the bad reinforcement rate? It's not ruining things. I can give this guy a trait. Infantry expert is a good one. Give this guy a specialist. I don't know, infantry. We already have an infantry specialist. Yeah, but a guy we probably want to not keep around. Can't they just get along? No, comma, lol. I know there's a gap here, but I don't really care. Well, exile is, I think, an acceptable outcome here. Wow, we are kind of crushing these guys. Okay, buttons. I always like to take the eco boost first. Pardon, communist revolutionaries. Are we still down to 0? We are. Okay, good. National Trade Union Council. Oh, that kills my political power gain. Organized labor must have a say in governance. Our socialist allies demand that we shall establish an official council of trade union representatives to provide advice on all economic legislation to defend the rights of the workers and high government. Sure. If we capture Varna, hopefully this whole damn war will be over. Do that. Okay. This is a rather ruthless way to prosecute a war. It's certainly been expensive, but it's not actually been that expensive, has it? And there we go! Total victory, comrades! Let's go! Unconditional surrender, baby! We got there! We got there! We got there! Yes! I don't think I played that as well as I could, but I got there. Alright. Anyways, I'll see you in the next episode. That was good. I had a good time. All right, bye-bye.